connect to the server. Ah, here we go. Jesus. I don't know what the hell to work. I'm sitting here waiting. Finally, it goes on this crazy machine. All right, it's David Bronstein, the king of late night TV, Bronstein's World. These are episodes. These are television shows. Take them as television shows, what goes on my nutty world. I'd be downloading videos from my camera. I can't figure it out. But I want to tell you what happened last night. I went out to dinner last night with my beautiful wife. I was shooting an infomercial yesterday for a investment company, a real estate investment company. A big show. They own buildings and lands and parking lots and islands. What the hell do I know about real estate? Nothing. But I'm going to get in on it now because I got to get on the action. A bunch of nice guys. And I was shooting all day. And I don't like to work Saturdays. I want to relax for 2 minutes. I want to spend time with my family and my wife, my kids. Well, at least my kids. And, of course, my wife. I love my wife. I've been in love with the same woman for 23 years. In love with the same woman for 23 years. And if my wife finds out, she'll kill me. But, hey, Andy, how long? Are we married 23 years? No answer. Anyway, if you know how long I've been married, go to davidbronstein.com. davidbronstein.com and tell me how long I've been married. Because it's been so long I can't remember anymore. When was Adam and Eve around? It's been so long, I don't even know. Anyway, marriage is a wonderful institution. A wonderful institution. But who wants to live in an institution? Anyway, so I finished shooting yesterday, and then we went out to dinner. Then we went out to dinner to this steakhouse with some friends who I love and adore. They're great people. And at the steak, and they all know me at the steakhouse. When I walk in, they hello. It's one-on-one in the street. They imitate me from my television shows. Get off the couch. Get out of bed. What are you waiting for me for? What are you looking at me? They're a bunch of nice guys. So we sit down there. What is the first thing my wife said when we sit down at the table? Do you have any lobster? Tell me about the lobster. Is there any lobster tonight? Lobster. Every restaurant we go to, the first thing I wonder if they have lobster. Now she'll deny that. Last week, we went to an Italian restaurant. What was the conversation with the waiter? You have lobster? Tell me about the lobster. Oh, we have lobster. We went to a Chinese restaurant in New York. Now, what do you get when you go to a Chinese restaurant? You get wonton soup, you get chicken chow mein, you get egg roll. You know what my wife got? Lobster. All right, so we go to this steakhouse yesterday. Steak! So what is she asking about lobster for? It's not a seafood house, it's a steakhouse. So she says, hello, do you have lobster? He says, yes, we have a lovely lobster. It's a 3-pound lobster. So a 3-pound. Oh, I cannot eat 3-pound. My wife said, I cannot eat 3-pound lobster. I said, why don't you bring my wife a half a pound? Because you know how much the lobster was? $25 a pound. When I heard that, I said, bring her a quarter pound. You know, one time I ordered lobster, and they brought me a lobster with 1 claw. A lobster with 1 claw. So I said to the waiter, wait a minute, what happened here? Why does a lobster only have 1 claw? And the waiter said, well, your lobster was in a fight with another lobster. So I said, well, if my lobster was in a fight with another lobster, you couldn't bring me the winner? Anyway, so he said, well, it's a 3-pound lobster, $25 a pound. It's an excellent lobster, and with tax and tip and everything, it'll be $100. My wife said, oh, I don't want to spend $100 for a lobster. I don't say a word. I don't say, don't you dare get this. I wanted to see how my wife's going to play this out, because this is insane. $100 for a lobster? I'd rather give my kids $50 each. You know what I'm getting? Roast beef. Roast beef for $26. That's what I got. So why did my wife order a lobster for $100? So my wife says, maybe Debbie will split it with me. Went with a friend named Debbie. Debbie and Larry, they're great people. Maybe Debbie will split it with me, the lobster. It won't be so bad. Could I do that? She says to me, can I get that if it's $50 for lobster? So what am I going to say? So I said, yeah, sure, whatever. When you get the lobster, get the lobster. What are you going to do? My wife takes care of the house, takes care of the kids, does whatever she does. In fact, why don't you go to davidbronstein.com and tell me what she does? I like to know myself. Go to davidbronstein.com and tell me what my wife does all day. I got to figure that part out myself, too. Anyway, so we sit there, and she said, well, maybe I won't get the lobster. It's too much money. Will you have some of the lobster? I said, I don't like lobster. I don't. If I like lobster, I don't like lobster. I mean, I have a piece of it, but to order it as a meal, I don't like lobster. For some reason, I don't know why. Even shrimp fills. I like shrimp, but I can only eat 1 or 2 shrimps. It fills me up. I don't know why. So Larry and Debbie finally come to the table. And they say, well, the waiter comes and says, are you ready to order? As well, we just sat down. We don't know what we want to get yet, whatever it is. And I said, Debbie, why don't you get lobster with my wife? My wife wants lobster. Why don't you get lobster with my wife? And Debbie said, okay, that's what I'll do. And Andrew says, well, it's $25 a pound. She says, okay, we'll get lobster. We'll put the lobster. I'll have it broiled. You'll have it baked. You'll have it steamed, sauteed, whatever the hell they do. So they ordered a lobster. We get the bill. It's $242. I don't drink. And this place was so classy, they had a waiter for everything. A waiter for everything. As soon as we sat down, the water waiter came over and he gave us water. Then the bread waiter came over and he gave us bread. The silverware waiter gave us silverware. and the head waiter gave us. Anyway, we left the restaurant. Anyway, so I'm sitting at the restaurant. It's a very, very nice restaurant. I ordered a bowl of soup, and I said, waiter, what's this fly doing in my soup? And he said, the backstroke. So I'm sitting at the restaurant there, and they bring the lobster, and I get $26 roast beef. That's what I get. And they order drinks, whatever they get, whatever. And I got to split a bill, $130. What would cost me $26 for my roast beef, and if I was there myself, and a $2 Coke, $31, I'm out of there. Now it cost me $132. So afterwards, I said, why don't we go to the casino? I'd like to go to the casino. And my wife says, no, we just spent a lot of money for dinner. I don't want to go to the casino. So I said, how we spent a lot of money for dinner? I only spent $26 for roast beef. You ordered a $50 lobster. And what did my wife say? Well, I didn't want the lobster. You told me to get the lobster. Now, how am I supposed to respond to that? She didn't want the lobster. I told her to get the lobster. So I said, I want to ask you a question. As soon as we sat down, your whole conversation with the waiter was the lobster, lobster, lobster. Why didn't you talk about a tuna sandwich? When you sat down, why didn't you say, hello, do you have tuna sandwiches? Tell me about the tuna sandwiches. Is it white tuna? Is it dark tuna? Is it chicken of the sea? Is it bumblebee tuna? Tell me, why did you have that conversation? Why are you talking the whole time about lobster? So, and while you're talking about the lobster, it's lobsters. It's 3 pounds. It's $25. Maybe I shouldn't get it. Will you split with me? Maybe I'll get it with Debbie. Is it okay if I get the lobster? How did I tell my wife do you think in 23 years I ever went to a restaurant, I sat down, I said, now, Andrea, I'm getting steak, you're getting chicken soup, you're getting a hamburger. Do you think I've ever told my wife what she has to get when we go to a restaurant ever? Do you think I ever told my wife anything what she has to do? Food, when I take her out to buy clothes, I say, get that top, get that dress, you gotta buy those shoes. I don't care what she buys, clothes, shoes, I don't know the first thing about it. I have one pair of shoes since 1962. That's all I'm wearing. One pair of shoes since 1962. And when I was living in Philadelphia, I dropped off a pair of shoes here to get repaired. I needed soles and leather tips and heels. And then I moved to Toronto. So years later, I went back to Philadelphia, and I went back to the shoe repair shop, and I found this ticket. From 15, 20 years ago, I found a ticket. So in the shoe repair shop, I said, listen, you're not going to believe this, but and he's describing my shoes. I said, those are my shoes. And he said, they'll be ready Tuesday. Anyway, so I never ever told my wife what to get, what to eat. So when I said I wanted to go to the casino, she said, we can't go to the casino. We spent too much money for dinner. I didn't spend too much money. She ordered the $50 lobster. And then her friend ordered the drinks, Black Russians, whatever the hell they were. I never knew they were Black Russians. Whatever she ordered. And it cost me $130. So why can't I go to the casino and play for $20 in the machine? Not only that, but when we went to the casino, I gave my wife $20 on top of that. So I paid for a $50 lobster and $20 on top of the lobster. $70 I gave my wife yesterday. And she's telling me that I told her to get the lobster. That's why she got it. Did you want to help me out here, please? I want you to go to davidbronstein.com and tell me, the next time we go out to dinner, what should I tell my wife to get this time? That's what I want you to tell me. Tell me what to tell Andrea to order the next time we go out to dinner. Because the next time we go out to dinner, it's going to be McDonald's. So tell me, does she get an Egg McMuffin or a Big Mac? That's my blog for today. Goodbye.